We have a man in the audience. So he's not really in the audience, he's actually over there. And he's going to do some stuff for you now. His name is Belloc, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome him.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, maybe, yes. Let's be standing up with a stand. Right, hello, yes, my name is Belloc. I'm a poet, a painter, a writer, what they might call a dilettante, or the Scots would call a waster. And I specialise in parody. I have a book actually for sale at the book festival called Parody's Lost for a whole £5, but you can buy it tonight off me for a special price of £5. And that's special because I get to keep more of it than the book festival doesn't take any money off me. Now, I've tried to write subtle, sophisticated parodies, intertextual stuff, drawing on lots of references from popular and abstruse fiction and film. And I found that the thing that goes down best is this piece of smut, which I wrote a couple of weeks ago. So, with no further apologies, here's a filthy poem. It's called Cheap Thrills, or Hamish, Who Came to a Sticky End. I sing the young lad's apish essence, the piquant joys of adolescence, with lazy bones and potty mouth, and brains inclined to travel south. That fascination with one's bits that stiffen at the thought of tits. Young Hamish, aged about 15, invented a cheap thrill machine. He showed his chums with great elation this novel aid to masturbation. With straps around the waist and thighs, it could adjust to any size. Likewise the sleeve around the Hampton. As soon as it was firmly clamped on, small servo motors did the work to give a steady rhythmic jerk, perfect for leaving both hands free to deal with the pornography. Poor Hamish could not wait, he found, for half-term holes to come around, with both his rents at work all day and older sister gone away. Mere manual means of gratifying seemed tiring and unsatisfying, compared with the anticipation of onanistic automation. All social life was now excluded, he just sat all alone and brooded, sent half mad by all that waiting, distractedly anticipating, withdrawn from craving this release, his schoolwork work also went to pieces. Books unread, essays unwritten, his nails down to the wrists were bitten, a shadow of the former lad by hoped-for pleasure driven mad. At last the fateful Monday came, with thoughts of wealth, with thoughts of fame, but mostly thoughts, let us be frank, of one much dreamt of special wank. His mum's car scarcely out the drive, the erstwhile zombie came alive, shot up the stairs at breakneck speed, so keen to do the dirty deed. Safe in his room, the curtains drawn, the tissues ready and the porn, he then drew out his pride and joy, his brand new amatory toy. Thank you. The built-in batteries fully charged, his knob was likewise soon enlarged, as he with trembling fingers tried to get the straps all firmly tied. When everything was tightly bound, he wrapped the business end around his dick, so ready to receive its reinforced elastic sleeve. Sensors in which at once detected a filling lustfully erected, at which it juddered into action with stroking, shaking and contraction, following in quick succession, a mathematical progression devised for tossers' joy to give them an optimized sprung algorithm. But then the ride for all of that was over in 10 seconds flat. Like all the best planned lays of mice and men, though it was rather nice, it failed to meet his expectation and left a sense of slight deflation, though just in spirit, not in cock, which stayed as solid as a rock. No anguish nor the loss of jism could mitigate his priapism. Persistent pressure on the vein would not let blood flow out again, and Hamish realised too late his switch would not deactivate. Nor had our budding little prof thought how he'd get the damn thing off when pints of concupiscent sweat caused leather knots to shrink and set. For unlike him, his masterpiece did not come with a quick release. Imagine now the poor boy's panic, sobbing, swearing, going manic, forced by turgidity's persistence to seek emergency assistance. He couldn't think just who to call, nor what he'd say to them at all, and so decided finally to get himself to A&E. His loosest joggers he pulled on and set off crouching for the town, not only looking rather silly, the sleeves still wrapped around his willy, but with his pants in constant motion, like waves upon a restless ocean. He didn't dare to catch a bus, or take main roads and risk a fuss, so went down back streets furtive, wary to reach the city's infirmary. The folks who work in hospital, who'd often say they'd seen it all, from hoovers which their users fell on to hard to extract watermelon, and thus maintained the straightest faces at all their patients' wee disgraces, could not hide their hilarity at this peculiarity, so all the staff and patients came to laugh at our poor hero's shame. They terminated the debacle, they freed his tackle from his tackle, they cut it off and let him go, red-faced and rather raw below, no lasting damage suffered he except his shattered dignity. For days he winced a lot while walking, no exercise and little talking. To anyone who tried to question, he blamed a sprain or indigestion, but all this just struck Mum and Dad as normal for a teenage lad. At least, naively, thought the youth, his folks could not suspect the truth concerning his cheap thrill machine, on which he now felt far less keen. As soon as Posse took a trip to throw it in some distant skip. And he just told his friends at school, much easier than rents to fool, that the gizmo wouldn't start, and when he tried, it fell apart. Now here's the moral of our tale, of Hamish's erotic fail. Young men, when you're feeling randy, by all means have the odd hand shandy. It's harmless fun, it isn't mad, bad, you won't go blind, you won't go mad. It's normal, we all understand, to want to take yourself in hand. But take care adding extra sauce to spice up sexual outercourse. Because things like drugs, asphyxiation or mechanised manipulation can lead to death or mutilation, and which is worse, humiliation. And listeners of any sex or age, please heed this final text. Beware the dangers to your health of trying too hard to please yourself.